about. I have some questions. I don't know if you can answer them.
Sure.
But I want to ask. What did you do with all that money? What did you spend it on?
Why is that one of the first questions I get asked all the time?
I'm just curious. You're making all that money. It's the 80s, 90s, whatever it is. What do you spend it on? I don't know. What do you even buy?
Well, I had 3 homes, and I had a house in Florida, a house in New York, a house in California. I had my own jet plane.
Yeah.
You're familiar with that.
Yeah.
I had a helicopter.
Yeah.
I had 3 boats, so I spent money, I did at that time. But I was young, and I was enjoying it. But listen, you know how they exaggerate and they lie, right? There was a story out in, I think it was the Long Island Press, said that I made $2 billion, that we defrauded the government out of $2 billion and all this stuff. It wasn't that much.
Yeah.
A lot of money, but it wasn't that much. But, listen, everybody believes, they wrote a book about an investigator that tried to find where I had my money buried, or I shouldn't say buried, but in different banks around the world. And they couldn't find it. And they actually wrote a book, and the investigator that hired him. I mean, they got a bunch. They got, probably 50, 60 million from me, but I'm not going to answer anymore.
I understand completely.
You got about as much out of me as you're going to get.
I understand completely. I completely understand. I know exactly what you're saying. I understand you, sir. I understand.
I understand.
Yeah. It's kind of,